The 80-10-10 food and lifestyle retreat was not simply my brainchild. In fact, this was one that I wasn't really convinced there was a need for. The various people on my staff, especially Dave, convinced me that this was something that was ready to fly, that there were so many people nowadays who are aware of and starting 80-10-10 that thanks to the goodwill of Amazon and things like that, people were getting hold of the book 80-10-10 Diet without having any other awareness of what food and sport was, who I was, what my life's work had been all about, on and on through various things of this sort. And so there was a huge need for a beginner's retreat. I looked at it more and said, well, it'd be nice for beginners, but what about all those people who are struggling? There's lots of those as well. I'm shocked by the number of people who tell me they're doing 80-10-10 and having problems, who, when they come to me and we actually look at what they're doing, and I go, I see what the problem is. You only think you're doing 80-10-10. You're not actually doing 80-10-10. I had a guy come and he said, look, I'm doing exactly what you said, but it's not working for me, and I'm having this and that and the next problem. I won't delineate his health problems, but I said, show me 3 days of sample food. He wrote down 3 days of sample food. I did the caloric-nutrient ratio right there on the spot for him, and it came out to 40-10-50, 50 being fat. He thought he had switched to a low-fat diet, and compared to the amount of fat that he had been having in his diet, he had cut back quite a bit. But he was still eating half of his calories from fat. And as predicted in the 80-10-10 diet, he was having a lot of health problems. Once we made those changes, and I've been shocked actually, pretty much most of the time people tell me they're following 80-10-10, we find out that they're having 35, 45, 55% of their calories from fat, and they don't realize how it's snuck in. Or they're doing some other thing. They're not even getting close with proper food combining, or they're eating all day long, just kind of a grazing style, or they're expecting to have fantastic health, but the only thing they've changed is their diet rather than the rest of the supportive aspects of lifestyle that are so integrated into experiencing the healthful results that we want to get out of it. And so the 80-10-10 food and lifestyle retreat was designed to become like road signs, give people a series of road signs that they can walk in and they go, okay, here's what I think I'm supposed to go, and then Lisa steps in and says, well, here, let me point you a little bit in a better direction. Or Shari comes over and says, well, actually, it's a little more like this. And we point it, and they say, if you look off in the horizon, now do you see the sign? Are you looking at the same thing I'm looking at? And when people start to see the same things we see, they share with us meals with us and activities with us and social time with us and educational classes with us and some food prep with us and then some more just fun time with us and lots of questions and answers. They get to see from people who are succeeding what we're looking at in order to succeed, and then they can duplicate that, they can replicate that, we can teach them how to bring it home into their own situation, because everybody really has to customize their own situation in order to make it work. So I know we've got lots of people here, everybody has things to say. I'd like to welcome again 2 of our staff people who will be with us again this year in Cedro, Shari and Lisa, and invite Shari. You've been to many Cedro Woolly retreats now. You've attended some. You've certainly taught at quite a few of them. I want to start out just by saying welcome, a quick hello, and then go on and just ask if you have impressions of what goes on at Cedro Woolly. Why are you coming back this year?
Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Graham, Kevin, and Lisa, and everyone out there. I can't see all the attendees, but this is extremely exciting. I'm in Florida where it's raining out. And yes, I'm very excited because, as Kevin mentioned earlier, it is a very unique experience. Whichever retreat that you decide to join or come to them all and have an incredible vacation for September and October. You will go back to where you live and influence so many people and gained much insight, incredible health and vitality, and much self-love. So I have attended, I have taught, and I learn as I teach, and everyone else teaches me as well. And it's a very inspiring way to live. And so whether you're just starting 80-10-10, whether you're just wanting to improve some aspect of your health, being around committed individuals to make a difference in their lives and the lives of others and the planet is very empowering, and it's stimulating, and it's a very, I want to say, contagious way to be. And to treat yourself to this experience, you can't compare it to anything else. How's that?
Health is certainly contagious. I'm going to go with that. I like that. You can catch my health. It's something we used to talk about all the time. Shari, I first met Shari in the late 80s. She's been doing a raw food diet now for more than 25 years, and still looks the same as when I first met her all those years ago. I'd also
Thank you.
like to bring in Lisa Lightning Bolt Holt. Lisa, it's good to see less of you, Lisa. You've dropped some weight, and please, again, Lisa came to see Joe Woolley for a week. She stayed for a month. She's come back now for several years in a row. I wouldn't want to run Food events without Lisa being there. You'd be sorely missed. A fantastic role model, a talented individual, Lisa. Hello, Lisa. You
Right.
coming back this year?
Am I coming back this year?
Yes.
Of course.
So tell us. Do you remember anybody that you were particularly touched by in years gone by, and things you've seen that have really motivated you?
Well, every year I'm there, it's just being there is motivating. I remember the first year just intending to be there for a week, as you said, and just feeling so overwhelmed with just all the amazing people that I didn't want to leave. So I decided to stay and made sure that that could happen. And so I look forward to every year coming back and inspiring other people and allowing other people to see how you can be successful and, live on an 80-10-10 lifestyle.
Well, I sure appreciate that for both of you, that you have very full lives and lots going on, and that you can make time to attend the Cedro events. I can't tell you how meaningful that is to me. And Kevin, what would you say is your first pick of benefit for people coming to 80-10-10 food and lifestyle?
Confidence and connection. You get the confidence from seeing the example and from all the experience that is passed on to you, and you get more information on how to make recipes. Concepts become clear because you're seeing them in front of you, and then the connection allows you to continue expanding your knowledge base, and also allows you to feel that you're part of something that's growing, something that you're supported in, something that other people are striving for the same goals as you, so you have that family side of it as well. And those two are key for me.
And Shari, if you were going to sum up reason to attend food and lifestyle, 80-10-10 food and lifestyle, what comes to mind?
The first word that comes to me is success and love. And then to break that down, because you can be successful in every area of your life when you have the basics covered, and that's nutrition and health. And that takes a lot of love and commitment to allow yourself to have that. And then that expands, just as Kevin said. That's a connection and a wider scope. And right now, it's more important than ever, I believe, that we continue this. And you are the powerhouse, so thank you. You're the matrix.
Oh, bless you. And Lisa, back one more time with us. Hey,
I'm disappearing and
you can blame
reappearing.
the whole thing on the technology. It's wonderful that you can. I wish I could disappear sometime. If you were going to sum up your reasons to tell people why come to 80-10-10 Food and Lifestyle Retreat, what would it be?
I think the main reason for people to come is to really understand how important it is to be surrounded by like-minded people, people who are going through the same process that they're going through, because what I've found is that a lot of people think they're alone. They think they're the only one that's going through what they're going through. And I find that when we're at these events, people share their stories and they realize, wow, I'm not alone. And they make these connections and they're able to go out, after the retreat and stay in touch and be encouraged by the people that they meet. And I think that's a powerful thing.
Again, if you know somebody, if you're wanting to get to a point where you can, okay, learning the rudiments of 80-10-10, I think takes some time. And you can shorten that process with some guidance. You can make yourself more successful in a fast track kind of a way. If you want to get it to the point where you're just going, you know what, I really want to get this. I don't want to toy with it. I don't want to fail at it repeatedly. I don't want to repeat the mistakes. Let's have some outside input. We've got the best of the best. We've got years of experience. We've got a group of individuals who are dedicated to helping you succeed. 80-10-10 lifestyle. If you're new to the lifestyle and you just want to get started and start it right rather than have to relearn and relearn, it's a question I used to ask all the time. How many times do you want to learn how to eat? I mean, do you really want to go the macrobiotic, vegetarian, vegan, raw food, high fat, low fat, learn food? Or do you just want to start from the right way, right off the beginning, and keep going the right way and just keep getting better at it? For me, that's the crux of the matter. Is I want to see success. I want to see people succeeding, not because it does anything other than, well, truly what it means is there's going to be more people going into the fruit. There's going to be more people going into the supermarket looking for fruits and vegetables, and the more demand there is, the better the supply will be for all of us. So I'm looking forward to that happening, but I love to see people succeed. It's a real thrill for me when I watch people succeed, when they pick up something they didn't know they could pick up, when they learn how to do something they didn't know they could do, when they make a recipe and it comes out right, when they figure out how to take the pit out of an avocado. And I mean, it's just, sometimes it's just little things, but it all adds up into a much bigger success story. To me, if I don't have my health, I really don't have anything. I can't be the best I can be without my health, and I want that for everybody else as well. I know Kevin has a little bit of a closing remark on this, our first Retreat TV. We're talking about our various events that will be happening here in Cedar-Woolley, and we're going to go on to the next event right after Kevin has his final say.
Well, I'm actually going to hijack my own final word on this bit and see if I can share a little bit of the shots we wanted to share with you.
That'd be brilliant.
Possible. So I'll quickly go through a few of these photos and just give you a little bit of a feel for what it's like to be at a retreat in Cedar-Woolley, Washington. So here's a little bit of the scenery, and you can see some of the inside spots as well, the bed spots. Everything's fantastic.
It is one of the homiest places I've ever been. You know, it's really comfortable.
It is exceptionally comfortable, and that fits the 80-10-10 family feel. It quickly becomes a family vibe, and it feels as if we're sharing a household together. The fantastic scenery and sunsets, sunrises, The moon rises and moon sets. Everything is just magnificent there. We get to take fantastic walks, and many of the fitness activities take advantage of the wonderful terrain. So I'm just going to quickly go through. There's running opportunities,
Great.
opportunities to go for walks with friends. There's so many opportunities to connect with people throughout the event, to deepen friendships and to deepen your understanding of how to live the 80-10-10 lifestyle. Many opportunities to ask your questions directly with Dr. Graham. The small settings allow for dynamic classes that can meet a variety of fitness needs. Even in the 80-10-10 food and lifestyle retreat, fitness is part of it, so Dr. Graham goes through showing you how to master that element as well, at least get started on it. There's also coursework in the kitchen, or opportunities to learn from the chef. Our fantastic chef Alicia will be there again this year, and she'll lead you through ways to master the kitchen. Every single meal is, from my experience and from many people I talk to, a complete learning opportunity. You get to see how to set up the ambiance. You get to see how to set up the food, the order of preparing food, the order of serving food, how everything is done, how it's lived and enjoyed. And oftentimes meals are scheduled for an hour or so, but they often spill into hours as conversation continues, and it's just a fantastic event to connect with people and to expand your awareness of how to live this lifestyle. I mean, I'm just getting hungry looking at this food. It's fantastically presented. And there's always so much fun, and themes are tossed into the event, and the food is always served with a flair. Yes, it's simple, but it's never presented that way, it seems. So that's a little taste of the 8-10-10 Food and Lifestyle Retreat. I'll end it by moving on to, man, these are some fantastic photos.
Cinnamon.
And the setups are magnificent. But I'd like to get to the pricing of this retreat. Along with the opportunity to join the retreat, anyone who joins this retreat by June 22nd will also have the opportunity to have this. I mean, this is stuff I remember buying initially when I was starting the journey of 80-10-10, and now it's available for free if you join up for the retreat by June 22nd. You'll get all of this book material that you see on the table there, one of the 80-10-10 shirts, Healthful Living International Symposium, Raw Nutritional. I mean, that's a fantastic course unto itself, the Raw Nutritional course, the Cause of Health audio set, and over here you see on the left the cost of this retreat, $12.97 for a 3-day retreat, and there's even payment plans should you find them to be more accommodating. I'll turn it back over to you, Dr. Graham, to speak a little bit on this.
Well, I'm excited to offer this retreat. I think it's going to become, as it becomes more well known, is also going to become one of our most popular retreats. I can imagine already there's going to be a longer version of it, but this is the start. If you want to get your feet wet with 80-10-10, if you want to perfect your program, really get it right, you want to spend time with people who are doing 80-10-10, whether they're new or experienced, the 80-10-10 Food and Lifestyle Retreat is a safe way. It's a comfortable way. We don't put anybody on the spot. We're not trying to stress anybody out. All we're trying to do is make it easy. It's like an information booth that's 3 days long, and we're just going to give you the information. You come to the booth and you're there, and we make you as comfortable as we can and put you at ease and hold your hand and bring you through right to where you're trying to go. So to me, that sort of sums it up. I look forward to seeing people at the 80-10-10 Food and Lifestyle Retreat this year. I know we're going to have a lot of people there, and it's going to be a great time.